Hello, everybody. 100th episode. I had to steal it.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Alter Ego Podcast.
Hundo.
Yes. Not 98. Not 99.
100.
Yes.
Good grief.
Yeah, that was a lot of drama, more than I expected.
I mean, that means like 2 years we've been doing this.
Yes,
Right?
it does. It does mean that.
Doesn't
Almost.
it?
That'd be what? Hold on. Wait a minute.
It's the ghost of podcasting past.
If I got to be honest with you, it's episode 100, and we had to do it with Mark.
We had to tell him we don't care.
To have a cyborg.
I have been upgraded. I'm here. I'm ready to talk about the last 6 months of comic book shit.
That's right. So this is
strap
going to be
in.
a 4-hour episode, baby.
Just kidding. That's not true.
It's like the $6 billion man. We rebuilt him.
That's right.
Yeah.
Better.
With about
Stronger.
a butt 50.
Better.
Faster.
Stronger.
He's slower.
He's better.
heavier.
He's stronger. He's Batman.
Oh, can we talk about that?
Yeah, we certainly can. We certainly can.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Because
save
you
it for
you
the-
certainly weren't here for that.
I certainly
but we
wasn't
were
here.
like, ugh. We all kept, I think, 4 or 5 times. If you go back and listen to that episode and you take a shot every time we go, God, I wish Mark was here to talk about this, you will be hammered.
Yeah,
Aw.
we'd be wasty pants.
100%.
I felt
So-
it.
Well, not me, but
Yeah. You know who did see the Batman?
Was it Tony Anello?
It was Ford Supply Company offering a curated line of craft soaps and beard care handmade in the USA.
Oh, yeah.
Offering scents like coffee and cream, coconut, citrus, cedarwood, and many more. Check out the full line of craft soaps, beard oil, and beard balm, which actually I use every day. It's pretty darn good. At FordSupply.com, free U.S. shipping on all orders over $35 and get an additional 10% off your order with promo code Alter Ego. Ford Soap, real soap.
No bullshit.
none.
Not even a little bit.
Present. And
That's a new ad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a spicy
I feel like
ad.
everything's going to be new.
I strong-armed them.
People are going to be sick of me going, that's new.
You guys weren't so knowledgeable the last
From
time.
4.5 months ago. That's new.
Yeah, that one's new. You know what's not new?
Tony Anello.
Tony and Nello's.
Original
Tony
recipe.
and Nello's. Southern Italian cuisine and grills, a hidden gem that's family owned and operated on the outskirts of St. Petersburg at 1136 Pinellas Bayway South, Tierra Verde, Florida. This is a must-try for a homemade Italian lunch or dinner. Just remember to bring your appetite because the portions are very generous. Call for a res today at 727-867-3577 and check out TonyandNellos.com. Do you like my little Canadian twang I put on there? Check out.
Yeah, check it out.
Check it out, eh?
Hey, check it out. Eh? We need a Letterkenny episode.
Oh,
Right?
wow. Yeah, we do. But that's a lot of content to listen
I got
to.
to finish the last season.
I haven't
So do
started
we.
the last 2
yeah.
seasons. I don't
Yeah,
think.
I'm thinking I'm like 2 or 3
Last
seasons
2
back.
seasons trying to flounder. And
Yeah.
that's why
Ugh.
like it's I love that show. The first
Yeah.
3 seasons of that show are fantastic.
Yes.
They just kind of I think they ran out of ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From a guy who's never written anything in his entire life, I'm really critiquing their
Jared-
story structure.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jared Keese. I was like, I think he's written a lot of stuff.
No, he has, and he's very
Yeah,
talented.
right,
but I'm
yeah.
like, he's out of ideas.
Gosh.
Mark's over here like, I have no ideas, and he's out of his too.
I know what no ideas looks like, and that's it.
I'm speaking from experience.
Oh, man.
Ugh,
Yeah, that
100.
would be fun to do an episode. So here's one thing that's funny. We had so many things that we came up with that we were like, let's do this. And we did it one time and it hasn't happened again. Well, first of all, we started with character bios, which honestly was a lot of fun.
That was a episode 2, episode 3 kind of situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then your number top
We
5
did,
villains.
we did
or
Wolverine.
superheroes.
We
yeah.
did top 10 lists. We did villains, which, by the way, you never did.
No, those are the early days. Some of them were just you and me.
I did.
No, you
Yeah,
didn't.
he did.
He did a couple of them.
I did.
Did you? There was one you said you would refuse to
He
do until
came
Justin
in.
got in
Didn't
here.
you do Wolverine
Venom.
with us?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Maybe there is.
Was it top 5 villains?
Because we did like Batman, and that was
'Cause we-
episode
we-
2.
Right.
And then we did
That was an extensive episode. And funny thing about Batman, people don't know this. We were 2/3 of the way through Batman, and I realized my elbow had bumped the recording button. and we had been going for an additional like 25 minutes.
Oh my God.
And me, Justin, Mark, and Rob just looked at each other like, oh my God, where were we? And so we had to go back
And listen
to where we were, and then go back through that episode saying almost the identical opinions and whatever it was that we had just said.
Ha ha, funny joke, Jack.
So glad you said that.
It was so funny.
It's the
20
first time I
minutes
heard
ago.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was really like terrifying for me. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do this every time.
Very characteristic of episode 2.
Yeah, right. And like we were talking about Batman hanging out of a bat copter to punch a crocodile or a great white shark.
Yes.
And that's when I
Batman 60
realized
suits.
that's when I realized the thing was off. Oh no.
You got too excited. Your elbows got all wiry.
That's right.
But we've done that before.
Well, we were in a garage.
Those were the garage days.
Yeah.
Now we're in a refurbished garage.
Now we're in a remodeled garage full of Funkos.
Wait, that's also a refurbished garage.
Yeah,
I
so
know
we
what
used
I'm
to do the lists, the character bios. We
Yep.
did Picktober, which was one of my favorite things, honestly.
No,
Yeah, I was a
Yeah.
little disappointed we didn't do it last year.
Yeah.
I know. I was too, because we didn't realize it until 2 weeks into October.
Yeah.
We're
And we
like,
did
"Oh, shit."
November.
And we did November and the
Mm-hmm.
symbiotes, and we completely fell off on that one too.
October was fun. We did Predator was yours.
Predator
and
was
then we
mine.
did Funko Pops.
Yes.
We did Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, and we did Dungeons and Dragons, and that
That's
was
right.
when we did the Dungeons and Dragons episode.
Yes.
And we
yes.
was clapping
We're-
them
we're
cheeks.
Cheeks were clapped.
Henry Titanson, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You were not.
What did we name your character?
I think it was just Cyborg Mark.
It was Cyborg Mark, because you
The
were a
name writes
Warforged.
itself.
Yes.
Well, it's episode 29. If anybody wants to go back and listen, that episode rocked. If you're a Dungeons and Dragons
It
fan
really
and
did.
you haven't been with us that long, you got to go back to episode 29. We did a quick little one shot. Well, it was like an hour. It's kind of a longer episode, but it's tons of fun. Gotta
Well,
go
there's
listen to it.
nothing quick about Dungeons and Dragons.
No, but it was like a quicker little one shot.
was like an hour and a
in
half,
An
I
hour and a
think,
half,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, we out the gate we did character building and talked
Yeah.
a little bit about D&D, and you did a quick one shot, and cheeks were clapped. So you
They
got to
were.
go back and listen to it.
Not bad for a noob from the first time.
Not
No.
bad.
Really fun.
It was really fun. We've been talking about it, and it's so fun because every time I talk to Mark about it and I bring it up, because listen, I'm okay for a one shot. We're not doing a fucking campaign.
The level of commitment the
Yeah.
Oh,
two
yeah.
of you have
Yeah.
to play for 3-4 hours
Yeah.
every Wednesday
Mm-hmm.
for weeks and weeks. What is this campaign
We're on
on?
2 years.
2
almost.
years.
We're
Yeah.
on
4 hours
session-
every Wednesday for 2 years?
We're on
Yeah.
session like 63.
I can never commit to anything like that. So I just respect you.
I
quietly.
can't believe I've kept that story going.
Yeah,
for as
and
long
it's
as I
getting
have.
thick.
It is.
It's getting really,
Three
really
Cs.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 C's for sure. Really tight pants on this campaign.
Nice.
Actually, I almost killed 2 of our players, possibly 3 of our
Megan
players last night.
single-handedly almost killed 3
Our
of our
own
players.
characters.
She finally got the ability to fly, to turn into a giant eagle and fly. I was like, I want to fly, but I want to bring people with me.
Yeah, I don't want to go by myself.
So
I'm going to
I
go do
have this-
recon.
I have this spell that I can cast on one of our other party members called Polymorph and turn him into a giant eagle. And then we'll both fly up with scouts with us. So there's 2 characters being carried and one on her back. And so she flies in, and I start telling her there is there's dangerous shit around. And she's like, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah,
and I was
I'm
like,
good.
Okay. So you need to make a check to try to avoid them. 2 things happen.
Bad things.
She rolls a 1 on the check. And so the person that was riding on her starts plummeting toward the ground.
Ouch.
And I'm like, ooh, this is not good.
So then I
So
died.
she goes to grab them,
Yep.
rolls another
Miss.
1.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I rolled a 5, so I missed them because I rolled
Yes.
low. And then I dove again to try to grab her again, and I rolled another natural 1.
And so instead of letting this character splat, I actually just let her talons pierce through the torso of the character
Jesus
to
Christ.
grab it.
But
here's
as
the other
that
fun
happens-
part.
As it pierces the character, this is worse.
Yeah.
but as that happens,
So here's the other
Hold on.
part.
So you changed it just so they didn't die?
No.
Oh, okay. I was
So
gonna say that.
she
She
had
got
to
really hurt.
maintain concentration
for my
on the
polymorph.
polymorph and doing all that shit, I was like, you
lost
need to
it.
make some concentration checks. So out of nowhere, our two characters, one of them's just kind of treading water, the other one's in his arms. All of a sudden, he's back to being a dude.
And they're in the air.
And they both just
Start
plummet
plummeting
from
to the ground.
hundreds of feet.
So as I'm diving to save one, the other two are falling. I'm like, oh my
So
god!
are the other players, and they're just giving you like a death stare. Like,
They were.
And what's funny is the one that I grabbed with my talons wasn't like the player wasn't able to be there last night. So I was like, oh god, I'm gonna kill him, and he's not even here.
just
Would have been such an anticlimactic.
That's how
Yeah.
you really fuck you a player who didn't show
Yeah.
up. You're like, oh yeah, by the way, you died.
Oh,
Hey
yeah.
man, sorry you died.
But
though.
anyway,
Hope you enjoyed
D&D.
your softball game.
He was working. Hope you enjoyed work while you died.
He didn't.
Yeah, no, he did not.
it wasn't even for a good cause. Didn't even
No.
die.
Somebody just had to fucking fly and wouldn't go by themselves.
You guys come
But-
with me. And by the way, two of those characters that survived are like, we're never fucking doing that again.
But I ended up saving.
If you
I
think-
ended up saving the other one. Other ones.
After severe back trauma.
After severe trauma, yes.
But anyway,
Both of them were like going through the tree, hitting every branch on the way down.
luckily
And
one
she happened
one
to
was.
not let them splat all the way to the
We
forest
would have
floor.
been in major trouble, but one of them luckily was able to catch himself in the tree, and the other one didn't. So I dove. I got her down, and was able to catch him on his way down. So
Yeah.
luckily, because flying speed is like way faster than falling speed, so
So yeah, that's on
Yikes.
episode 70.
64, I think it is, or 63.
Yeah.
So yeah, long time, fun game. 29, episode 29. Go listen to it. It's fun.
Any games going on for you?
For
You?
Like
Me?
video games
Yeah,
and
video
stuff?
games, anything? Nothing? Just-
nope. I
just
beat
working hard.
the shit out of Breath of the Wild and I have nothing left
Wow.
No, isn't there Breath of the Wild
There's
2 coming
literally,
out?
yeah.
Next
So
year,
Breath of the
though.
Wild 2 is rumored right now, and it is rumored that it is too big and too powerful for the Nintendo Switch.
Jesus.
So it
What?
may have to wait for the next generation of consoles, which is not
No.
good news.
I mean, the first one, okay, so I got really mad when I heard that Breath of the Wild 2 was delayed.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's a video game. They all get delayed.
sure.
But after finding out that Breath of the Wild 1 was delayed over 3 years and the masterpiece that it became, I sat back and I went,
Right.
let them do it.
Yeah.
Let them do it the way they want
Let
to do
them
it.
give
Yeah.
me perfection.
Don't
and
give me
perfection
Cyberpunk
only.
2077.
Which, by the way, was $20 at Best Buy for a day. Like they're like, we'll get rid of this thing.
Well, I saw like you posted on the Alter Ego Instagram, like
Yeah.
the developers like, we know it's not done and there's a lot of work to do. It's been out for a year and a half.
And they said, "Don't worry, we're still coming out with like
Guys, we got
expansion
this."
pass." I'm like, expansion pass? You're barely getting people to buy the fucking game.
Oh my
Just
god.
let that shit die. Hey,
Like
man,
a
we got
footless
Witcher
duck.
4 over here. Come
Yeah,
get this Witcher 4.
uh-huh.
Fuck that Cyberpunk.
People will go get that Witcher 4,
Yeah.
I don't know.
or go get Elden Ring, guys. Go play Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
What's
I don't
on
play it, but it's
Switch?
cool.
In terms of newer games,
Yeah. Like what's new and crazy?
I don't even know.
I know
I haven't
Guardians
bought
is.
anything new.
I thought about playing that.
I thought about it too, and that's where you should have been an Xbox guy because it went on Game Pass for free.
I know. My PlayStation 4 is still in the box.
Oh, that's right.
From a year and a half ago.
Wow.
I have not touched it.
That's what
Wait,
PlayStation.
so you've never opened it, or
Oh no, like I had it
Oh.
at my old
Oh,
house.
when you
but
moved
when
it.
I moved,
Got
I
it.
just went, you know what? I'm a Switch guy now.
yeah,
That's it.
You should be. It's still the best console ever made.
I play the hell out of Tetris 99 every night
Oh,
before
bro, I'm
bed.
telling you, that's my jam.
It's awesome.
I play the shit. I play it so much, my hand starts to
It's
come
like
numb.
my easy, like right before bed, play
Huh.
it for like 15 minutes. It has the old school Tetris Game Boy music on it.
I have got to
Have you
start
won
thinking
Very
one
about
soothing,
that.
and it's free.
Have you won one yet?
No.
Man.
Lowest I got was like 31.
I think that my best is like 4th. And there's
What, do you
nothing
play other
worse.
people?
Yeah,
it's
you play 99
Tetris?
people.
Battle Royale.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So you have your big screen, all the other 99 screens that are super small that you
So
can
the
see on
best
the
I ever
side.
got was 4th, and there's a Korean girl out there somewhere just like falling asleep and beating everyone.
Wow.
I really
That's
don't think
insane.
I understand the targeting feature.
Me neither. But
Okay.
I just go with it.
Because it didn't tell you. It's just like you're being targeted and you're targeting this person. I'm like, I don't really understand why. I get
Sure.
the basic gist of it, but I'm just going to concentrate on playing Tetris.
Yeah, I just kind of leave it. That's
I
what
don't need
do.
the sub game.
Huh?
It's
I'll have to check
basically
that
you
out.
can
Because like
attack
every
and
time you drop a
send
row,
things
like
to
you
people.
send the row to somebody else kind of thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So
am
you
one of
can-
those guys. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a maniac. I have to wait until I'm getting a Tetris to drop the brick in
Yep.
there.
Yep.
I build all the way around it and wait until there is a perfect line.
Need
So
one
that
skinny
game
boy.
mode would, yep, that game mode would ruin me.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I've had a couple people where I'm like down to like 2 rows, like we're deep in the game, and they're just like 5,
Boom,
5,
boom.
5,
Oh,
and I'm like,
shit.
ah!
That sounds terrible.
What have I done? It's 11:30
That's
at
what
night. Nobody else is awake.
That's what anxiety is made of.
Oh yeah, because the targeting system, like I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I know that if you send something to someone, they can set something up to where like anytime they do it, they automatically just go back to whoever's targeting somebody.
Oh wow.
So like if you're an aggressor, whenever someone else hits it who's like neutral, it'll drop a bunch of stuff on their shit. I
So
can't tell you how
are
many
they
times I've cleared
dropping levels that you can then clear, or are they
You can clear.
concrete?
You did clear them. They come up all the way, but with the exception of one skinny row.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But if you don't have a 5er coming in and
You're
they
in
hit you with
trouble.
the 5, 5, 5 real quick,
Yeah.
you're in trouble.
It didn't, for me, it's went to a 0 to 100 real quick, and it was not fun.
Ugh.
As a matter of fact, one of my best games, I thought I was going to win. I was like, I actually might win this. I've got no rows. It's going to like the top 10, and I'm just crushing it. And the next thing you know, bloop. That's cool. How did I get here? How the fuck did I get here?
How did I get here?
But it's just a nice soothing, like, because I remember the Game Boy Tetris
Yeah.
game, and it's just, it reminds me of that, and it hits me in a very soft spot.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that is definitely one of my
I
jams.
still just will pick up Pokemon and go walking around with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Catching them all, huh?
Yeah. Catching them all.
I still haven't brought myself to even buy it.
Shield?
Either one of them.
Sword or Shield?
The new one, Arceus, Shield, none of them.
I'll let you borrow one of the other. I have Sword and Shield.
No, you won't, because I won't play it.
Oh, yeah, I got
well,
your
I'll let you
amiibo deck
borrow
in my
it.
car.
Oh.
Please don't let me leave without giving it to you. It's been sitting next to my Switch for 6 months.
Amiibo deck. What is that?
For
It's
Breath of the Wild.
NFCs for
Oh,
the amiibos.
oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to pack up all the amiibos and here you go. And he has to sit there and pick up toys like I do as my wife makes fun of me. You going to play with your toys? As I'm sitting on the
The chip isn't registering
thing-
on the controller.
yeah, the controller just
That's
set it
getting my
on the
stuff.
deck.
He's been there.
Yeah.
Why isn't it
Yeah.
working? Why isn't it working?
I just want Mario.
right.
Are we did a new Mario game?
No, but I actually started playing Super Mario Odyssey. That's a lot of fun.
First time?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're getting
lovely.
a new Mario
Very
Kart.
fun. Yeah, that's right. Well, that one's
Allegedly.
That
coming
sounds
for-
good.
Yeah, allegedly. We'll see when it comes. But Nintendo is not a game that does like to sit and fuck around with it. They will drop the game and be like, "Here you go," and it's just ready to rock and roll.
They
It's
will.
because they can afford to have like 55,000 people working on the same game at once, and then all of a sudden it's just magically done
Yeah.
in a matter of like days.
Yeah.
Well, that and people are still buying the old one. So
Right.
That's where that
I'm
nostalgia's
making a
in
new
there
one.
too.
I don't know what they're gonna do with Breath of the Wild 2. I hope I'm wrong and that they're not really trying to upgrade the Switch because the Switch is just like, mwah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Once they started talking Switch Pro, I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Switch Pro Plus,
yeah,
Switch Pro Plus Alpha.
I mean, there's been 2 trailers for Breath of the Wild 2,
Yeah.
and they both look amazing.
Yeah.
And the abilities, I don't know, what are they called? From the
Oh.
Sheeta Slate.
yeah.
There's like, it looks like there's a time shifting one, kind of like a Doctor Strange.
Oh.
Like a boulder's coming at you, you can be like, and then like push it back.
Oh,
That
wow.
stuff looks awesome.
Like rewind time.
Yeah.
Dang.
I just hope that in this one, after you beat the game, it changes the world and allows you to keep playing
Yeah.
and do something else extra after the fact. Cause
Like what?
Instead of what I did and beat the game and then jump back to your last chapter point or your save point and then
Yeah.
continue playing, because that's what I did.
You know what would be cool is like
Well, that's actually how it's set up to do. It doesn't matter. Like, so if you get a star next to your save,
Mhm.
I don't know if you've noticed that. It means you've beaten the game and it just goes back to your last save.
Oh,
So you can.
I
continue
opted
to
out
run
real fast,
around
like
and
trying to beat the
just-
system.
Yeah.
I'm like, I beat it.
No gold star for you.
Just
yeah,
like
no, I'm
life.
trying to trying to see like if they would do like a monster hunt at the end of that, right? Like once you get done, you can pick up bounties or something, and you can try to go to caves that are repopulated and monsters in different areas.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, for that game, it sounds like it would be fun. You could just increase the challenge of how difficult it is. Like you walk into a cave and there's a Lionel there.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm just hunting Lionels and the Guardians whenever I get the chance.
Yeah.
Got a few things I'm trying to upgrade.
There you
Even though
go.
I've been done for forever.
And now there's this fad of like beating games quickly. Like there's the people who want to beat Breath of the Wild in 10 minutes.
7
Boo.
minutes was the last time I saw the record.
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
How do you do that without a horse?
Can you not get a
Does
horse?
the fight
in 7
not
minutes?
count for how long the fight is?
No, you don't need a horse. At all.
That's wild.
Yes, you do, don't you?
No. From what I've seen, it's a manipulation of the stasis thing where they the one where you freeze things and you hit stuff. There's like a way you can take a rock, put it on top of something, lock it in, hit it a bunch of times,
Bang, bang,
sit
bang,
on
and
top
then
of it, and it shoots you across to pretty much where you and a glitch, and it shoots you pretty much to the castle. You go up the castle. There's another manipulation.
But how do you
of
do
something
that
else.
without the Sheikah slate? How do you do that without going through the?
Because you have to get all your shit to get
Yeah.
your powers and stuff.
Yeah, you got to talk to that old man.
I mean,
for-
it happens. I've seen it happen before. It exists, but
You do.
this is a game I played for a year, and I still enjoy picking up and playing.
There's still stuff to do.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
didn't
know.
get my motorcycle. That's the only thing I didn't get.
There's a motorcycle in that
There's a
game.
motorcycle in there.
Yes, there is a motorcycle.
And I didn't get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It came with the expansion or something like that, I think, or season pass or something.
Hmm.
Who knows?
Oh, I bought the expansion. I don't know. Maybe I didn't get to the point, but I saw the challenge for it, and I watched the YouTube tutorial, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
That's all Elden Ring is right now, is tutorials on how to find secret bosses and caves and stuff like that. I thought I was doing real good. Till
you looked up what other people are doing.
Yeah, and then I started walking across this frozen lake, and I just remember going to talk to my son and saying, this doesn't look good. I should not be walking across a frozen lake because that's just going to equal trouble. And then all of a sudden, the death fog dragon shows up. I can't even see him. I get hit with
my
frost
God.
breath in the fog. I'm instantly dead. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm not good, guys. I get that. I'm
Yeah,
not
that-
good at the game.
That struggle's real. I can't do it. I want to so badly, and I'm like, I just don't think
He's
I can handle
going
that.
to. He's going to.
I don't think I can handle it.
I'm
I'd probably get
100%
too frustrated.
sure.
Like, you know what? Fuck this game.
It's such a beautiful game, though.
If it makes you feel any better, I did beat the dragon 2 tries later.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
It's not that
Yeah, but I
crazy,
watched like roly polies kill you in a matter of 2 seconds.
yeah. So, like I'll fight that dragon in 2 turns. I'll kill it, and then I'll walk down a passageway and get ganged up on by 4 snails.
Yes.
They get me in a corner, and I'm like, "Fuck! I can't go anywhere."
and it's like,
they just kill
I'm
me.
like, what's happening?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
no.
just got beat up by escargot.
He gets stabbed by some random thing you don't even see, and then all of a sudden he's like falling over dead, and the thing's just walking away from him. You're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck just happened?
Like here's my lunch, and he ran away.
yeah, I
Yeah,
can't.
you sent me that clip of a dragon that a guy was fighting, and that motherfucker had a sword, and that's when I noped out. Nah.
The dragon
Nah,
did
fam.
have a
He's
lightning
got
sword.
2 lightning swords. Nah, I don't even.
But that.
It's exactly how you feel when it happens. They say that, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna set this down.
It's already a
I'm gonna
dragon.
walk
It doesn't need a weapon.
Exactly.
exactly.
That's how I know the sadistic fucks that made that game. I have no intention on playing it.
I saw there was another one that was a good TikTok that was like, "Oh, you need the key to get into this base," and it's a dragon, and the dragon's like, "It's sitting right behind me." He's like, "Oh, cool. So are you like a nice dragon?" He's like, "No." No. He's like, "So you're gonna can I sneak past you?" He's like, "Nah, not really. You could try." He goes, "Oh, well, so what's up? You want to fight?" And the dragon's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you easier than the boss?" He's like, "No." Nope. He goes, "Oh, okay. So like you don't fly though, right?" He goes, "I'm a dragon. I fly." And I remembered that boss specifically because I remember going, "Oh, the key's over here." Shit. Run over there going, "It's a fucking dragon. What am I gonna do with that?"
I've seen this somewhere.
Oh God. So I do want to get into something with you, Mark. We talked about this outside. We recently had our The Batman episode, and you in our chat are titled The Batman. You're our resident DC guy.
I hear I've been replaced, usurped.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh,
Megan
yeah.
has become the Batman guy.
I've been doing my part. Well, it's your
Yeah.
fault.
It
You
is
got me hooked on the Long Halloween, and ever
Yeah.
since then, I've been watching and reading all sorts of Batman shit.
You guys
All
watch Harley
sorts
Quinn yet?
of Batman
No.
shit.
Oh, that's a necessity.
It's on
I'm
her list.
obsessed with watching Batman specific stuff, and I haven't steered away from.
There's a
it.
lot of Batman in it.
Okay.
It's funny. It's if that's the kind of thing.
Well,
you're
if it's
looking
Harley
for.
Quinn, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's goofball comedy.
Okay, I'll watch it.
But
That's even better.
ooh, a Batman. Where to start?
Oh man,
Just
I have a feeling he might be on Ryan's side on
give
this
us
one.
a quick yay, nay. and
Oh, I
then-
saw it twice in theaters. I'm gonna watch it again next week when it comes out on HBO Max.
Yeah,
So
we
are
saw
we.
it twice.
It
in theaters.
is probably my. Oof.
You're not saying crazy stuff.
It
Probably my-
mm,
Probably my
it,
all these sound effects.
Oh gosh.
it might be my favorite Batman movie of all time.
Send him back for reprogramming. He cannot be trusted.
Malfunctioning.
Because he agrees with us.
yeah.
It is.
Same thing.
It is long, and especially
Yeah.
Is it because I'm
sitting
black?
in the theater.
Is that why you have?
That's
to
why
love
I'm
it?
ganging up on you. That's why
He's
I
a
just like
cyborg. He doesn't see
That's why you have
color.
to do it?
He's a cyborg.
I'm like a dog I see in black and white.
You're not up in your game.
I was gonna say
Oh no! It's a more stark contrast now.
No, everything is beautiful.
Was it not so much more true to like comic book Batman?
It was everything I wanted out of a Batman movie.
Perfect.
It was a little long, and
Yeah.
Yep. That's
once I
everyone's
started
argument.
analyzing, there were like little like, I would have done this different. I would have done that different. Ooh, the last 20 minutes didn't really make any sense. And then you read a little bit why they did the last 20 minutes, and I went, yeah, that sounds about right.
So tell us, because we all had that one gripe. The last 20 minutes were interesting
Drawn
in a
out.
sense that it's like, okay, we understand why this is happening, but did it need to be like this? We felt it should have been more Riddler versus Batman than Batman versus Henchman.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
That last 20 minutes was filmed a year after the movie was originally filmed in reshoots and was studio notes. So from everything I've read and all the research I've done, that was Warner Brothers going, well, nothing really blew up.
Oh.
It's a superhero movie. Things are supposed to blow up, right? And there's no henchmen. Why aren't there any henchmen? Batman villains always have henchmen. And Matt Reeves is
So
like,
the studio came in and effed that movie in the A. Because
And-
him finding Riddler, honestly, that movie could have stopped the moment the levee broke.
yeah. And I think
Yes.
ideally, the last 20 minutes of this movie would have been the first 20 minutes of the next movie.
Yep.
But they wanted to. I think Matt Reeves kind of fell on the sword and said, okay, we'll do this your way because I want to make 3 of these.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be difficult and I'll listen, but let me do what I want because I want to do the war of joke and riddles. So please let me do this.
Should have grown some
that
balls.
makes a
and be
lot
like,
more sense.
You think Marvel tells Kevin Feige what to do?
Yes, every day of his life.
No, but your thing is, does Kevin Feige tell James Gunn what to do and all that other
Yeah.
stuff? And to your point there, I think Matt Reeves, I get why he did it then. Because the rest of that movie to me was a masterpiece. I thought it was so good.
And I don't think that, like, in all honesty, as somebody who has, who doesn't know a whole lot about Batman, but has recently learned things, and now you're
At
making
this
that
point, you know more about Batman than Ryan and I do.
Yeah.
But like, you're making that point, and it makes sense. But at the same time, it's like it would have, like, I wouldn't have ever even noticed that things didn't blow up or that there weren't henchmen in the first movie of
But
this trilogy.
It's
Are you
the general
serious?
consensus of a super. I didn't go and going, this is a superhero movie because let's face the truth. Batman's not a superhero.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's
Batman
not.
is a crime fighter.
Yep.
And this is a crime fighting movie. And I think that's the main difference. And that was the one thing where they went, well, if this is in the superhero genre, it needs to hit these bullet points.
Yeah.
And
What a mistake. I mean, not a mistake, but it would have been, like you said,
at
masterpiece.
least they didn't fuck with the movie.
Yeah.
That's true.
They tacked
Just
on
added to the end.
instead of doing all these little weird things in the middle
Yeah.
to try and.
And I see now then, because then you bring in the henchmen, and now you've got to involve the mayor, and you're involving Commissioner Gordon, and then we're like, okay, well now we can't just end on this fight. We've got to have some. We got to address other stuff because we've done this. When they could have, just like you said, they could have made that last 20-minute henchman scene the first 20 minutes of the next movie, and we would have been in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that would have been a dun 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 like action-packed first 20 minutes of the following movie.
Yep.
Because the first 20 minutes of the follow-up now is going to be what I think is similar to a comic called No Man's Land. Did you guys talk about that? I don't want to repeat anything.
No, we
you guys
haven't.
already
We
talked
haven't
about.
talked
it.
about No
no,
Man's
but
Land.
I love that book.
So No Man's Land is basically just obviously there's 2 versions. There's one where earthquake hits Gotham, and there's another where the levees are blown up by the Riddler.
Sure.
And it causes Gotham to be split into basically zones
Yep.
that are
Right.
run by
All
different
the
crime
villains.
bosses
Yep.
and or supervillains.
I think I've heard about this. Let's continue that, but
Okay.
we're at our first break real quick. So let's take that. Then we're gonna come back. And we're gonna talk about No Man's
We're going
Land.
to talk about No Man's Land.
And we're back. So No Man's Land. You think that's where movie 2 is headed?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes,
I think that's why Gotham City looks like such trash in the movie on purpose.
Yeah.
On purpose.
No, I mean, characteristically, Gotham City is a dump.
I was
Like,
gonna
it
say,
is a
so
trash city.
That was a part of what we were talking about in that movie episode. I don't know if you actually ended up listening
I
to
said
it.
no other movie has done a better job of
Right.
representing
because
Gotham.
every
Yeah.
other one looks like hip hop in New York City and stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's
and
not
Right.
a
like
dump.
I love the Dark Knight, but they make it look like Manhattan.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's
Nope.
a dump that people have spent decades trying to clean up, and they can't.
It's
Yep.
essentially Detroit.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Only
Detroit.
maybe
listeners.
I was going to
worse.
say New Jersey, but Detroit's more accurate.
Truly.
What's up to all our New Jersey and Detroit people out there?
Woo! We love you.
Yeah. So that's interesting. And in No Man's Land, is that not the comic where Superman shows up and tries to
I
help
No, I
Batman?
don't think so.
Think so. I know you brought
It's been
that
a
up. It's
long time
actually-
since I read it.
There is one, and I think it's No Man's Land, where Superman is like he shows up in Gotham and tells Batman, "Listen, I could clean this up for you." And Batman's like, "Oh yeah, go right ahead. You have a week." And Batman or Superman instantly, everybody's locked up. And then like somebody else takes power and he's like, fuck, I gotta go over here. And then like after a week he shows up and he's like, you're right, you win.
It's not that one, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Which is that's a funny dynamic too, because he's like, you don't really understand how the power struggle works. He's like, no, I'll just lock them all up.
Yeah, right. And Batman's like, okay.
Yeah.
Let me know how that goes.
Yeah.
Because-
I'll head down to Metropolis and
Yeah.
break some people's backs.
Because Arkham is basically made of like eggshells. So
So I think the next movie is going to be it's going to be the split into all the different segments. Like Cobblepot's going to have his area, and then we're going to have the not the Falcone family, but the
Well, yeah, the Maronis.
the Maronis,
Maronis,
and then a couple other people might kind of step up and step in.
Like somebody who's hinted at the end of that movie,
Yes,
which is, I understand the practical effects. I wouldn't have gone the same way, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I'm willing to trust Matt Reeves on this.
that guy was the only person I liked in Eternals.
Yeah, same.
actually, same.
same.
So,
I liked Kingo, but Kingo at the end
Yeah.
seemed like a pointless character.
yeah, they were all pointless characters. If we really want to,
Yep.
I watched that movie and I think it broke me on Marvel for a little bit.
I watched it. I tried to start watching it again, and I got like 30 minutes in, and I was like, "This is bad."
As soon as you get to the really bad Sandy sex scene, you're just like, nah.
Oh my God, Disney's doing a
Them's
sex
there
scene.
a couple of double A batteries making sex out there on the sand. I hope they don't overheat.
Oh yeah, and I loved Peacemaker. I don't know where you guys fell on Peacemaker.
Oh,
Loved it.
we all loved
Never
it.
watched it.
Peacemaker.
Even Ryan
You didn't watch
loved
it?
No,
It's wonderful.
no, I never watched
It is just a delightful little story. Like it's just my favorite thing about.
Yeah.
I like that more than I've liked almost all of the Marvel shows.
Wow.
But I did order the Eagle
I
Eye
also think
Funko
I
Pop
agree with that.
because America.
Yeah,
Is he hugging someone?
He's holding the American flag.
I need him to hug somebody.
you got to get that 2-piece set where he's hugging
Yeah.
Peacemaker.
There is one.
Is
There is
there?
one. Peacemaker, and there's a little eagle hugging him.
I highly suggest watching it.
Yeah, I know.
It's a very dry and just very
Yeah,
funny.
it's very James Gunn. It's
Yeah.
very James
and I
Gunn.
love everything James Gunn has
We should have
done.
learned. We should have learned the opening scene and done that for the 100th episode.
Yeah, learn the dance choreography.
Dance.
Oh man, do
I
we have
actually
time?
did
Do you really want to make it? Oh,
We
taste
have
it?
time.
Shit.
Let's do it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, hold on. Let's pause the show. 6 weeks of dance camp, and we'll be back.
Yeah,
We're gonna take
the Alter Ego podcast
We're
went
gonna
to
take-
Booty Boot Camp. They'll be back in about 6 weeks.
People just see us in the park. Like, what are they doing?
But we'll only be gone for a commercial break in real life.
Yeah.
But this episode will take 6 weeks to come out.
I think they canceled that 99. That new episode has just not come out.
They
Hundreds
just kept
never
talking
coming.
about episode 100 and it just never came.
The chicks never came.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry.
No, that's a funny movie where a guy is, I think it's Out Cold.
No, it's
Oh.
Euro Trip.
No, it's not Euro Trip. It's where a guy's like, they're having a conversation and he's like a closet gay guy. You find out at the end, but he's telling a story, and he's always been the macho man, and all the chicks dig him. And he's like, I watched a gay porn once. I'm like, you did? He's like, yeah. 2 guys came out, and I was like, this is weird. The chicks are coming. And then he's like, then they started kissing each other, and I was like, it's fine. It's fine. The chicks are coming. And then he's like, the chicks never came. The chicks never came.
Shit.
Pretty sure that happened in Eurotrip as well.
No, it
Something
didn't.
along
He was
those
standing
lines.
on that. Yeah, when he was in the bakery where he thought he was high.
No, that's when
Oh,
he found out
yeah.
he's kissing his sister.
That's when those like
No,
that's when those
have
like
to watch
2000s
it.
comedy movies
put your shirt
were.
back on, white boy.
Put your shirt back on, mud boy.
Simple Dutch Bakery.
Yeah, we'll have to see that one.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of what else, because I haven't watched a whole lot. I've kind of disappeared off the planet. I'm trying to think of what else.
Have you watched Vox Machina?
Okay.
You really should.
Got to.
You're not a
You
fan.
really
awesome
should
as well.
Yeah,
It's
good.
right after Death Note on my Netflix, or not Death Note,
Death Note's good.
Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah.
Death-
Oh yeah. So never gonna happen.
Well, no, hold on. Like Demon Slayer. Now, I think Demon Slayer is a masterpiece. I love Demon Slayer. This Vox Machina, absolutely nothing like Demon Slayer. You actually might like it a lot.
Especially if you can just like start the first episode.
Yeah, watch the
you're
first
good.
episode.
It's also only 12 episodes. too.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they're
okay,
only
same.
like
When Demon Slayer, like, they're just 172 22-minute episodes. You'll be
No.
fine.
There's only 26 of those.
No, there's only it's only like 12
Per season.
episodes.
First season.
And they're only
listen,
like
I
40
will be
minutes.
watching all the Demon Slayer I can. Wait, has Mugen Train come out on DVD? What are we doing with our lives?
Let's
It has-
pause the episode. We'll be back once
It has.
Booty Boot Camp, then a quick trip to Target.
Booty Boot Camp.
My wife hasn't been able to find the dub version yet. She's been looking. For
No
the
subs,
sub.
just dubs.
Just,
No,
yeah,
just dubs.
just subs. No
I can't
dub.
believe that you're talking about DVD. That's not even a thing anymore. Oh my
So
god, it
true.
is. It is on
I got
Amazon.
divots.
And I was looking for the Brawly movie for DBZ. I haven't seen that one yet either.
DBZ or DVD?
Dragon Ball Z, DBZ.
DBZ, DBD.
Yeah, the DBZ DVD. New band name, I call it.
Anaconda snack wraps.
So yeah.
I thought about that the other day.
Anaconda snack wraps.
You said that at the taco thing.
Oh God. Oh, that's right. That's right. Because our friend was talking about. She's like, I'm going vegetarian. Shout out to Bridget. We love you, Bridget. She's like, I'm going vegetarian, but sometimes I'll eat meat if it's exotic. I was like, oh, Anaconda snack wraps. What else did we say?
Just to prove my point.
Is that
Alligator
it?
or something?
Eurotrip, yep.
It is Eurotrip.
Is that the Chicks Never Came clip?
There's the same scene in like similar to it in Out Cold as well. But
Okay, all
I was
right.
gonna say there's multiple.
Which one came out
There's
first?
2 copies at Target for Mugen Train.
Ooh, we'll get you one. Oh boy.
Anyway,
Yeah. Well, we haven't talked about a lot of things. First of all, Moon Knight is good. We're not going to say much. We're
no
on episode 3.
spoilers. See,
Haven't
that's
started
I'm
it yet.
kind of like I'm trying.
I haven't started yet.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
say, where are we going, people?
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm with you.
That side just made me hella nervous. right now.
I hope that like things just start to fall into place. Is all
There's
I'm
things.
asking.
There's things that I don't think Ryan is going to pull up on Moon Knight. I don't think he's going to be like, "This is the bomb."
No, that whenever
The
He's
only
not-
thing
no.
I will say, and I'm only
Right.
2.5 episodes in. I'm not
Oh.
even finished with the 3rd episode
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Wow, he
okay.
stopped in the middle. That's got to say
Yeah,
something.
That was today. I will just say that from the trailers it looked very out of the box and interesting, and in the show it's very straightforward. And I expected more weird.
Mm.
Is
I don't know.
how
It's
I'll just
weird
leave it.
already, in my opinion.
It's not weird enough for me. Like it's just it's riding that line where it's weird, but you're like, what the hell is going on? but not like what the hell's going on? Just
Yeah.
like, what?
That's what. So sometimes
happening
I
here?
love shows like that because then at the end it all hits. Right.
I was gonna say if something happens and
Yeah.
it just all wraps around, then it's redeemed.
Yeah.
So I'm
Which
just waiting for
I
that.
think it will.
Fingers
But
crossed.
Right now, it had a good opening. But I was just gonna say, I mean, in May, only what 3 weeks from now, we got Doctor Strange. 4 weeks
Oh,
till he's pulling into theaters. Oh, that movie is going to be wild. And apparently, everybody was saying it was going to be as long as Endgame, and it's not. It's a 2-hour movie.
wow.
really.
Yeah, so this thing is going to be
Does
nonstop.
it count all the after credit scenes? Are those included in the runtime?
Yeah, actually,
Wait,
yeah, it's
Doctor
gotta be,
Strange
right?
Yeah,
is
yeah.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Yeah, I'm going to need, I don't know.
I'm going
I
to
don't
need
know
at
what I'm
least
gonna
2
need.
watch throughs of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be very rapid. You
That's
can
one
tell.
that I
It's
think
gonna
is
be very
I'm not
tumbly.
gonna. I don't think we're going to be able to bring the kiddos to see that one, even though it's PG-13,
It might be a very thin line.
which is like PG-13. This one should really
Yeah.
kick it up a notch.
Well, we'll see when we go. We'll be the judge of the rating.
I was going to say, you're going to see it more than once.
Yes.
So at least you have that
and
safe
we
bet.
tend to do that.
I'm with you though. When Batman comes out, I'm on it. It's on the TV.
I think Endgame was one of the only ones like recently that we like booked 4 tickets immediately for all of us to go. Or did we go see it first together? No, it was all 4 of us that went. Usually we do go see. It ends up being like
for
date
which one?
night for just any of the Marvel movies. We usually
Oh,
go
yeah.
with just us, and then we go again and take the boys with us. But I think for Endgame we were immediately out the gate. We're getting 4 tickets.
Yep.
Hold on, so you knowingly took little children to go see Infinity War?
Did not until after
Yeah,
the
I
first
don't
watch
think
through.
They're still monsters.
dead.
I'll never do that to my kid. I'm a
We
grown
saw it
man and
first.
can handle myself.
I know.
I gotta tell you, I
Oh.
loved it. I loved it because like Julian needed answers then.
Then, yeah.
Yes.
He's like, "Whoa, wait, where are they going?"
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
pretty incredible.
We'll see you in a year.
Yeah.
And I just was like, I just remember going, "This is the most fucking brilliant movie of all time."
It was honestly,
For them
it was
to
awful
kill
for the
them
rest
like
of
that.
us.
I was like, Thanos just became my second favorite villain in the history.
I mean,
of
who
comic
didn't
books.
who didn't sit there? Sorry, you had a B, I'm assuming.
No, not anymore.
Oh, go for it.
I forgot.
You didn't. Okay, so who wasn't sitting there watching Infinity War, knowing that
And
there
B, I'm just kidding.
knowing that there were moments left in that movie, and they were all snapping away, and you're immediately dead inside. You're immediately like, the next year of my life is pointless. The next year of my life is why?
I have to say that movie that year though, it flew by.
It did. It did really go quick. But
Because
that the first week after
we all
Infinity
lived
War
off
did
of
not.
the adrenaline from it. I just love it because I saw it opening night, packed theater.
So did we.
Everything faded to black at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Thanos' face, he's sitting in the garden or whatever, and it fades to black. And I just hear in the distance somebody go, "What?" in a crowded movie theater, just everybody's dead silent, but one guy just could not hold it in.
He just couldn't. He couldn't understand.
Yeah, well,
His brain exploded. Like he couldn't keep it in.
Yeah.
Was it Infinity War? Or was
movie's so stupid.
Was it Endgame when I was sitting there like audibly sobbing? I think it was
no, that was
Infinity War.
Endgame.
Was
No,
it Endgame?
that was
I mean, I
Endgame.
definitely cried for both, but it was like the end of the movie when it's like quiet, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
like a hot fucking mess.
Oh no, that was both actually.
Yeah.
It was both. But
Oh
you're-
yeah, because of Captain America and all that shit. I was like,
Oh, dude, it was hot and heavy into Endgame for me. I remember when he picked up Mjolnir, I was just like, "Fuck yeah!" Like I
Yeah.
said it audibly in the
fucking
theater.
go!
I literally said, "Fuck yeah!" And I'm like, who am I talking to?"
your
the
8-year-old self.
yeah, right. So adult Jack cried in that movie, not when anybody thinks, but when Rocket and Groot's like, and he's like, "Oh no," and he's like,
yeah.
"Groot," and I was like, "Man, football!"
Damn tree brought me to tears.
Yeah. It wasn't the tree; it was Rocket, who doesn't care about anybody.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he was like genuinely like sad, and I was like, "Oh fuck, not Rocket."
Yeah.
yeah, Infinity War got me, even though I knew the snap was coming.
Yeah.
I did not think they were going to get rid of the people they got rid of.
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, it's movie stuff, so they got to have the favorites that everybody. Black Panther, see ya. Spider-Man, see ya.
For me, Scarlet Witch, I was like,
Scarlet-
she's the one who did all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, Doctor Strange, like, they're not fucking
No,
about.
no.
It went the opposite.
Star Lord, Spider-Man. Sorry.
because this is about the time where everybody went. Robert Downey Jr. is leaving.
Yep.
Chris Evans is leaving.
Yep.
Yeah.
All these original players are leaving. I thought they were going to snap away the other half, and that was it. They were
They weren't
gone.
coming back.
They weren't coming back.
Yep.
I thought they were going to make a very bold statement.
Me too.
And when it went the other way, I went, "Wait, whoa,
What's happening?
you just cast them. What are you doing?"
yeah.
Yeah, and then there's Endgame. I'm pretty sure, like, that was a 3-hour movie. I'm guarantee. I think the first time I cried was like 30 minutes in, and I don't think I stopped crying until the end of that movie. And there was like bawling sessions. Like I had to see it a second time and I thought to myself after seeing it the first time, I'm so glad we're going to see this more than once because I missed so much shit because I was crying. And then the second time I watched it, I cried the whole fucking movie because I
Yeah.
knew it was coming.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh no, it's coming.
My favorite were there was like when Thanos is getting ready to kill Thor. There were kids in front of us that were like, "No! Don't do it!"
The moment he shows up through the portal
Yeah.
and then everything that happens after that, that's a whirlwind, man. That is top level.
And yet
Marvel
we're not
action.
going to put Marvel anywhere near in the best film categories. We're not going to give it any
That's
sort
kid
of
stuff.
recognition.
Martin Scorsese says it's all bullshit.
Okay, Martin.
Hey, but next greatest Marvel movie that we haven't talked about since you've been on. How did you feel about Spider-Man: No Way Home?
Oh,
Is Andrew Garfield your favorite Spider-Man ever?
he is now.
Pier 3.
I just listen. That movie does have problems, and if you
Yeah.
really want to
it does.
start picking it apart,
No.
It does.
But nostalgia fever hit me like a
Oh.
contagious disease.
It was bad.
That hit me so hard.
Especially when
ha,
the-
ha, ha.
The cool youth pastor shows up.
Oh my god, they're so quippy. They're so at it. I
And
love
just
it.
like them knowing each other so well, that was one of my favorite things. And just like, quickly becoming a team. I'm gonna look right now on our episode catalog and see when we picked it up. When did we start talking about like what was releasing when we got started?
When
Oh
we
my
very
God.
first started? I
Yeah.
don't even know because we did character bios and stuff in the beginning. You'd have to look at the first newsie, but you're only
I
gonna know by the
remember,
Oh,
graphics.
this went the wrong way. I scrolled all the way
episode
down to the most
12, I think it was when you and I did the podcast alone talking about the casting of the Batman.
Yes.
That may be
Episode-
one of the first news-centric episodes.
And here's episode 11, Punchline. You remember Punchline?
Oh, yeah.
that was
The
a dope
Joker's
one.
new buddy, Carnage USA, Saga, The Long Halloween, Flashpoint, the the Alter Ego Super Crossover Extravaganza Jamboree. That is when Mark from Movies, Films, and Flicks showed up and joined
Remember
us.
when we did the
Then we did
trailer
Blade.
reactions?
Oh,
When we did
speaking of
trailer
movies never
reactions
coming
and
out.
stuff?
Yeah.
all two of them, I remember.
Yeah.
Then we did, Avengers Game, then Predator. Wow, we didn't really get into actual movies
No.
until way later.
I was gonna say we did a anticipated movies for 2021, and we
Oh my
did the
God.
reaction. That's when we did the reaction to the King Kong
You want to know what the first
trailer.
Marvel movie we reacted to on episode 38, The
Black
New
Panther?
Mutants.
Oh, newbie. Oh, that's right.
Oh, what?
More
And then
like the
after
old
that was
bullshit, right?
Wonder Woman 84, and then episode 42. We're already on WandaVision, so I'm surprised.
These 2 years have just flown by.
They have. I'm very excited for some of these that are
Ugh.
coming up, and
Snyder cut.
that's one thing that I'm sure we're going to talk about more. But there's a lot of rumors that Moon Knight is gearing up towards Midnight Suns.
That'd be cool. I think we
And-
talked. Didn't we fantasy cast that on one episode?
I think we talked about
We
it.
did
I
like a
don't know
Dark
if-
Avengers kind of thing.
We did do that.
That so kind of sort of.
Yeah,
We fan casted a lot of things. We did the fan cast for the Fantastic Four.
which is looking like we might be.
Pretty close.
We might see it in 3 weeks.
although Emily Blunt, I think we see maybe John Krasinski, maybe.
You don't think Emily Blunt's gonna come and do the?
She's come out and started doing the Marvel thing where she's like, I wanted to do this part, but it didn't really go to me. Like she wanted to
That
play.
always screams I'm lying to
Yeah, I
you.
think she's
She
lying.
wanted to play Black Widow.
Yeah.
And she couldn't.
Okay.
So she didn't play Black Widow.
What
so
did she take
ScarJo
on? I
came
can't
in.
remember what it was. It was something bullshit.
Right. I think it
Some
was a movie with The Rock or something like that. I don't know.
Southland
Jungle
Tales.
Cruise or something.
No.
Or you mean way further back?
Imagine giving up a movie role to play something with The Rock versus being in the Marvel.
Nope.
universe.
No,
I would not.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack, you're going to play this in the... yeah.
in the Mar on the what?
To be fair to her, before
Mario
this
World.
was the Edward Norton Hulk,
Yeah.
Ooh.
the
The Eric Bana
Daredevil, Ghost Rider. So she's like, all right, you did one or two of these that are good,
Yeah.
but I don't really want to get
Did
sucked
they
into
at
this.
that point though?
At this point, actually...
At
Which
that
one
point-
or two were good?
When if she's talking about coming on as Scarlett Johansson, then Iron Man was already taken off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they did like one good one out of like
Sure, yeah.
because you just say Marvel movies. It's not
Yeah.
Marvel Studios wasn't necessarily a
Not
thing
an
yet.
entire universe of what the fuck is going
They're
on.
like, okay, you did one good one, but I saw Daredevil and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, Ben Affleck. Whoever designed your suit, they fucked up. The best thing
Gotta
about
shop.
that movie was Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin because
Yes.
he looks he's the right size.
Yeah.
He's the right width for him.
Yeah.
Rip.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Vinny D did a good job.
Yeah. No, I don't dislike him. I just don't like that sometimes he likes to put weird pauses when he talks.
And who's kidding who?
'Cause he's
Michael
very
Clark
heavy.
Duncan
He's winded.
was an absolute genius.
Yeah, he's a monster.
Literally.
Michael Clark Duncan was
Yes.
a genius? Who told you that?
What if they could
Not
teach the
like
mountain to
he was
act?
a genius on screen. He was
Oh.
phenomenal.
Oh.
Did nobody else think that? Because I did.
I thought he was great as
Oh
John
no, he did a
Coffey.
great job. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't have to be fantastic as Kingpin, but I mean, in general, he was a great actor.
Yeah.
I thought.
No, he was.
Is he
For sure.
dead?
Yeah, he
yeah,
died.
he died several
did he?
years ago.
Yeah,
Mhm.
way a
my
long
God.
time ago.
Yeah.
Heart attack, I think it was.
Because you kept saying was. I'm like, what are you?
Yeah,
Did he
died.
retire?
I guarantee you, he probably would have still been Kingpin had he been alive.
I mean, I
I
don't
don't
know
think
about
they'd
the
bring
success of that.
No.
And it
yet.
has
just because
nothing to
it
do
was
with him. It
successful.
has to do with.
But we might see
Yeah.
Ben Affleck
Separating
in
yourself.
Stranger Multiverse of Madness.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. Wouldn't that be some shit? He's like, I don't want to be Batman anymore.
We've already been through this. Like we've already been through this. We just had the highest moment of Marvel history when it comes to nostalgia. When it comes to the Spider-Mans, we don't need Ben Affleck coming back as Daredevil.
No,
Please, thank you.
we already
It's
have
going to
Charles
be
Xavier.
a team up
It's gonna be
of
fine.
Charles Xavier, Ben Affleck, Nicolas Cage.
That's what I was gonna say.
Wesley Snipes is coming in, and then Ryan's. What the fuck?
Now, see, that would be next level. I would be
Wesley's still
behind
on
that.
tax evasion. I don't think he's
He's got
showing
an ankle
up.
monitor
Hey, man,
still. He
he's
can't make it
done
to
his
set.
time.
He,
know?
Vic did his time.
Man, he needs to make some money to pay them taxes back. So he
These
needs to get
days, he
into
can
that.
film that shit in his basement, and they could just CGI his ass in.
I
It's fine.
have a feeling he's gonna show up in the Blade movie.
Yeah,
Whether he's Blade or not, I don't know.
I don't think he will be.
But he'll be
Blade.
like a mentor,
I mean,
like for 5 minutes of the movie. I see him in there.
I think we are going to be looking at Mahershala Ali
Mm.
as one of the next figureheads of Marvel.
I
You're
see
gonna
it.
owe me $1, and I'm gonna frame it.
He's
and
a
put
good
it in
actor,
my-
Whole
man.
dollar.
Oh, it's not.
He's
against
not arguing
Mahershala
that.
Ali.
Yeah,
Blade movie's never happening. It's not.
because they haven't solidified a date.
It's vaporware.
So the dollar that we have though, we need to superimpose like the alter ego logo somewhere. So I'm
Sure,
leaving that up
sure.
to you.
Okay.
And then
Got homework now.
the graphic design guy is going to make this dollar look like an alter ego dollar, and then we're going to put it on the wall.
Okay.
That's
We'll
how
put it
things
under
are
the
done.
table, under the table glass.
I was
we
gonna
go.
say something. I can't remember.
Sorry.
I'm gonna put it
was.
there in front of him too, so he always has to remember that $1. And I'm fully aware that if it goes the other way, there will be $1 right here.
What other Marvel movies are coming out?
I mean, we got Love and Thunder,
Oh my god!
and we have not
Kane
even
Pong.
We haven't-
seen
Wasn't
a trailer
Didn't they came out and said that that's going to be the shortest amount of time
ever.
in
So it's
between a
com-
trailer and a movie.
So
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah,
We're gonna exactly.
you gotta think.
Yeah.
There was a
When
there's
is
a
Love
there's
and
a bit
Thunder
of a,
coming out?
a spoiler
Is it
that
the
was
fall
posted.
or the summer?
July, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're waiting for that movie then
Yeah,
because
gotta
they can't show us anything that's happening in Love and Thunder, I assume, until we all see Doctor Strange.
Have you?
Which would be wait that would be weird, right? For
Why?
them to show us Love and Thunder before Doctor Strange.
No. They're gonna wait until we see Doctor Strange before we even see a trailer for Love and
They
Thunder.
could Doctor Strange
They
it again.
have to wait. They have to wait.
Play it right
until-
after the movie, like they did
Yes,
with Spider-Man. Maybe
Yes.
that
And
could
I
be a new thing.
guarantee you, there's shit that might
I
happen in
wouldn't hate
Doctor
that.
Strange that we can't see in the trailer until.
Did you see there's a bit of a spoiler of what's been going on with Thor since
the
he's
fact that
left
he
Endgame?
Yet again looks
I saw
like
the
a
toys.
refrigerator.
Looks like a refrigerator. Yes.
Have you,
Christ.
does nobody else follow Chris Hemsworth on
that man is
Instagram?
inhuman.
Probably not as closely as you do.
I mean, he posts
Pinch and
stories.
zoom.
So
He
there's
posts stories
a toy that
sometimes.
came out, and it's called Ravager Thor.
He posted that picture of him and Taika, and he just looked like fucking just.
Jacked.
His arms were like a bag of russet potatoes. Like there are so many lumps. I didn't know you could develop that
His
way.
muscles have
That's
muscles.
what I was gonna say. He posts stories and videos and stuff on his Instagram all the time of like workouts and shit that he does, and it's usually involves
10
giant
pounds.
hammers, huge tires, like all sorts of crazy shit. He's out there in the Australian jungles, like lifting fucking zebras. Not
I
really,
see
but he might as well
poor,
be.
Poor bastards living here in their mom's house. They're like, Mom, do we have any rope? Chris Hemsworth is lifting this 1,000-pound rope. Do we have that?
I mean, just saying.
No, we don't, son.
No, son, we don't. Why don't you go back outside and mow the lawn? That'll get you nice and strong.
That'll get you sweaty.
Reminds me of our youngest. He's like, I want to be a SWAT team member. I was like, give me 10 push-ups. He's like,
He gets through one and it looks terrible.
it's a little hard. I was like, yeah, the SWAT's going to be calling any day.
Still
You
better
know, there's
than
a
no
cup
one.
against this wall right now, and he's like, "Oh,
They're talking about me.
oh
get it.
man." So, I'm trying to think of what the hell else is coming out because I mean, Love and Thunder. That's
Well, we've
We have
got
Black Panther
Ironheart
coming out.
coming out.
Oh.
We've
Mrs.
got-
Marvel.
Armor Wars. Oh
Miss
yeah, Miss
Marvel.
Marvel is the because we've had a trailer for that, so that's got to be soon.
So they changed her powers. That's the elephant
Yeah.
in the room. I'm okay with it
Is it comic book?
because in
happy or
Feige we
no?
trust. No,
Mhm. It's very different,
Very
but
very different.
difference okay as long as it's good.
Right.
If it's good, change it.
Difference to me is okay as long as it winds up being permanent.
Does
I
it-
don't want this to be one of those things where she can be like, I lost my powers.
Yeah, I knew they weren't going to do Terrigen Mist
Yeah.
because of the Inhumans, and they want to stay as far away from that as possible.
Well, and the Inhumans could end up being a part of
Ooh.
what's coming. We could
Oh.
very well see a Vin Diesel as Black Bolt sitting
I was
on
gonna
one
say
of the
we're not going to get
Illuminati
the.
chairs.
We're
I
not
don't know if
gonna
I
get the
want
same-
to.
Because if it's
Actually,
Illuminati,
I know I don't want to.
If it's Illuminati and we do get Vin Diesel as Black Bolt and a Marvel treatment, not a Marvel Inhumans
TV
series,
treatment.
where he gets bumped by a taxi and goes, ugh, and then the cab like lifts up off the ground.
I don't know. I think I've turned on Vin Diesel a little bit.
Have you?
His weird shit with The Rock, where he's
You're
trying
not
to call him
family?
out. I'm not family with Vin Diesel anymore.
You know who is Brie Larson?
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah,
What do you mean? Are they actually family?
she just signed on.
Oh,
No, she's
isn't
in
she
the
supposed
family.
to be flying through Fast and the Furious or some stupid shit? Was that real?
No.
Did anybody else see that?
No.
There was something posted the other day that
Was she
said
in the
that
Captain
Marvel?
Marvel?
Is going to be and it
No,
was like
but-
she was flying up above, and there was pictures of people from Fast and the Furious, and she was supposed to be flying through it. I said no, that's not.
Your wife
fucking
fell
real.
I
for it.
swear, if there is a crossover between Marvel and the Fast and the Furious, my ass will leave the seat and just walk out.
So Tyrese and what's his name,
And
Ludacris,
Ludacris.
go to space. They
They see
Captain
Nick
Marvel
Fury.
saves them,
Yeah.
brings them back to Earth.
I want to tell
Like
you
Tony
about
Stark.
the NOS initiative.
Would you like to join my family?
Yeah. Yeah.
You got a 10-second car?
Okay, so that's just Brie Larson.
Oh, we also have
playing in that
She-Hulk.
movie.
She-Hulk is coming out.
Oh, that's going to be good. I'm excited for She-Hulk.
I mean, me
hopefully.
too.
I
Big
mean,
time.
Ruffalo, cool.
She's going to be a
Lady
new,
Lawyer, cool.
She's going to be an Avenger. 100%.
Yeah.
Although there's no more Avengers.
That's what I was going to say. There's no more Avenger movies.
We
so-
definitely got to set up for a Young Avengers team, and that's got to be where they're going, right?
Yeah, yeah. I agree. And I want to see him fighting in hell. I want to see the supernatural. I want to see
Oh.
the crazy shit. I
Straight
wanna-
to hell.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mephisto might be our next big bad.
I can see
Actually,
that.
now it's so
well, we know
many
who the
different-
next one is.
So many different fronts.
We got Kang.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking, though, is like
if
the
they-
Marvel
Galactus at
universe
some
is
point.
really
They
diversifying.
go Earth, space, time, and then you have like dimensions, and then
Yep.
you get like heaven, hell. You can get into all that stuff.
And that's what I think they're doing because
We're going to be
obviously
90s still
the,
watching these fucking
yeah,
movies.
Probably.
We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
What's the name of the main? Oh my gosh, from Eternals, Celestial, the Red Celestial. What was his name?
The Judge? No.
I can't think of it. But he, in that whole aspect of the MCU in space,
Yeah.
that's going to be tackled in Secret Wars as well.
Yeah.
But then you look at the street level stuff, and then you see Kang, and then you see, the possibility of Galactus. Marvel is no longer going, we're moving toward this villain.
Yeah. There's levels of villains like a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, look at what we got. Possibilities out the ass coming up. We got, Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
is a possibility in the very near future.
As soon as you see a 4 on screen, you better know there's a Doctor Doom around the corner.
Oh my!
I wonder if they're gonna
gosh.
blow their load on the first one and introduce Doctor Doom, or if they're gonna hold it.
I want to see.
I couldn't hold
I
it.
want to see.
They're gonna blow their load on the first one. It's like, okay,
I wonder if Jeff's gonna blow his load in the
this
theater
is
when
a
he sees Doctor
kid-friendly
Doom.
show. It's not. We all know it isn't.
Actually, when I see the recast Magneto, that's when they'll have trouble for me
Oh boy.
because it's gonna happen.
But have they not made absolute like perfection for the most part in casting for Marvel? So
For the most part, I
even
would
though
say.
even though we have our fan theories and our dream teams, anytime that we've had a dream team that doesn't work out, it's always either been better or comparably just as good.
So
Yeah.
I want the metal mask that doesn't come off for Doom.
So it doesn't matter. You don't even care if it's a CGI and
I
then
need
a
a
voice.
good voice. I need a good voice. No, I want it to be a
What's
person
James
in a
Earl
mask.
So like Jeremy
Jones doing?
Irons.
I actually, the first person I thought of was Idris Elba.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
that'd
his
be cool.
voice can be very ominous, very
Yeah.
British because he's from Latveria.
Yeah.
Does he have the accent as Thor?
Oh, Heimdall.
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 Never mind. He's not going to do
But
it.
does he have the accent as
But
Heimdall?
listen, if they
Yeah.
never take the mask off,
That's right.
Yeah.
it don't matter.
They'll probably find somebody out there with a really like iconic voice.
Didn't we fantasy cast this? And I can't
James Earl
remember
Jones,
what it was.
man. James.
Uh,
No.
That's he's old. I don't know if he'd be able to stick with it.
I mean, they can Darth Vader.
But he's
it.
Darth Vader. You can't. No. Jeremy Irons.
Ooh,
Jeremy Irons would
Hmm.
be a fantastic Doom.
that is. He's kind of skinny and an old guy. But if you're just needing a voice,
Yeah, if they
If you need
they
mostly a
Dr.
voice
or not
and
Dr. Death, if
yeah.
they Darth Vader it, where it's a body person and a voice person,
you could do it.
and you
you're
get
good
a
to go.
face from
and there's
time
no
to time.
lips, so it doesn't matter.
right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Jeremy Irons. I'm
Well,
calling
we're
it.
getting ready to
not
have
gonna happen,
a
but-
lot of things. I don't know if this is a spoiler for Moon Knight, but at some point during the series, they've already brought up Madripoor, which was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And that's also talking about being the haven for the Brotherhood, which is the evil X-Men. So, I mean, they're already laying layers everywhere they go for crossovers.
This is about to get so confused.
Because we have all
about
those
to
X,
pop
we
off.
have all the X-Men villains.
It might get a little confusing. You're right. For those of us who have stayed with everything, though,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be too confusing.
Like our children and children of like our kids' age or maybe even a little bit younger who have seen all of these with us are just set up for life.
For sure.
Like
There's so
Yeah.
much shit to watch.
they're set up for life.
Yeah, there's going to be one day when our youngest turns a certain age and we're going to go, you're going to learn about Iron Man today.
We're going to spend, I mean, maybe like from the get-go, like I'm going to have 6 weeks to sit around with a baby. Like we're
right.
going to start watching the Marvel movies
That's
just
right.
to just, let's just get started on this.
This is Thor.
Start them really young.
You should have been your real father.
They'll be napping and I'll be like, I got to pause it. Sorry.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Wake up, you baby!
Hey, the longer you
You're
keep them
always
awake,
sleeping and
the
eating.
more they sleep at night, though, right? No, you're watching 18 hours of this shit, and then we're going to sleep 18 hours.
Yeah.
So I am a little concerned with the density of the movies going forward.
Yeah.
And most people are going to yell at me about this.
I want them to yell at you after the second break.
Okay.
Let's take a quick break, and then we will come back and yell at Mark, okay?
What will he
yeah,
say?
yeah.
I don't know.
Such tension. Come on, Mark!
That doesn't make any sense.
You don't like your opinions.
Stupid.
Monotone. I don't like your opinions. What came out of your face?
I get
Anyway,
enough of
what are
this
they?
at
What are
home.
they?
Yeah.
What's marriage?
Love you. So,
So I heard episode 100, sweetie.
oh, that's the one episode you listen to.
Now you're really calling her out.
Nah, she ain't gonna hear this.
Nobody knows my wife better than me.
So I really do believe that X-Men should be a completely separate universe.
I think
Thank
they're,
you.
They're,
I
they're
actually
setting it
feel
up
the
perfectly
same
to do
way.
that.
It's a multiverse because then they don't have to overly explain. Oh, this is where we were the whole time. We were
Where were
hiding
the
on
Avengers?
an island.
Exactly.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
You don't have to do all this shit.
And they kind of did that with Spider-Man. They're like, I'm part of the Avengers. That's awesome.
Who were they?
Who are they?
Is that a band?
Yeah. Is that a band?
So
that
that's
was so good.
perfect. And then also my idea for not my idea, idea I heard thrown around for Fantastic Four. You guys may have heard this before already, but do the Planet of the Apes. They've been in space since the 60s, and they just swung back around. How
they
cool would that be?
Definitely do that, and it just have some kind of time continuum.
Yeah, they just hit a weird wormhole, and they swung back around, and
So
I'm like, oh, shit.
my question is, to go along with this, is where the hell were the street guys? Only protecting the streets?
Well, no. So all the street guys, if you watch those shows, they do mention
Defenders?
the blip. They mention fighting in New York. There are news articles.
Yeah, but why
about
weren't
it
they
throughout.
out there fighting with the Avengers trying to save lives?
They don't have their phone number.
I
They don't know
know.
how to get a hold of them.
Right,
joking.
right.
They're also street guys.
Wong
Aside
didn't
from-
show up for Luke Cage.
I was gonna say, aside from maybe like Luke Cage would probably be a decent like Avenger edition. Jessica Jones for sure.
I don't see Luke Cage having any problems with the Chitauri. They couldn't
No.
do anything to him.
No.
Yeah.
He was just like, all right,
Yeah.
smash their heads in.
I just hope that's a line. They're like, we didn't have your phone number.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
didn't know how to
they
reach
even,
you.
in a couple of the episodes, they do show Stark Tower in the background too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's nods to it, but yeah, it's not like the Avengers were doing anything with anybody other than Avengers.
I want to see a Daredevil movie.
I don't think you're going to get that. I don't. I
think
think
there's
it's going
so
to go
much
back
depth.
to a series.
Yep.
You're going to see Daredevil take place in a lot of big movies,
Yeah.
but you're not going to get a solo Daredevil.
I know. How about my proposal?
Okay.
First ever Disney Plus original Marvel movie.
Oh, it's probably going
Ooh,
to happen.
Daredevil.
Yes.
I think
that'd
Daredevil.
be cool.
There you go. Because you know what? We've seen 3 full seasons plus a full season of Defenders. I've been kind of Daredeviled out on that level.
Sure.
Have him move it up a little bit and do a full feature-length movie.
Team up with Elektra, you know?
I just feel like
Bring back that terrible duo.
Bring back Jennifer
I mean,
Garner.
actually, no, not the girl from the series was actually a pretty good.
Oh,
icon.
that's right. That's right.
But please, Kevin, I know you're listening.
yeah,
You've been texting me all week.
Yeah,
Where's
where's this?
episode 100?
yeah.
Is Mark going to come back? What's going to happen?
Mark will return in episode 100.
He's gonna be so
Feige's
pleased when he
just
finally
been
hears this.
blowing my phone up. But Feige, I just have to ask you from the bottom of all of our collective hearts. I am so certain of this. I know nobody's going to disagree with me. Recast Iron Fist, please.
Yes,
Oh, my God.
Please recast Iron
like with
Fist.
literally
Here's the
anybody.
thing. We don't really need an Iron Fist in this universe.
I don't disagree because now we have Shang-Chi.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If you are a Marvel character who knows karate, every Marvel character knows karate.
At this point, they do.
They all know karate.
They all know
And
how
we
to
also
fight.
have somebody else with mega fists. We have Miss Marvel now.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're good.
I still want to see Danny Rand because to me, it's like you say Daredevil and Elektra or, Captain
Yeah.
America and Bucky Barnes. To me, there is no Luke Cage without an Iron Fist.
Yeah, that team up is one that's always a good time, but I think I just got burned.
I'm not arguing.
Like crispy bacon burned.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was not good. That is by far the worst thing
We
in terms of
struggled to
TV
watch
shows
that.
they put out.
And I think
other than Marvel, not Marvel, but Sony doing Let There Be Carnage, that is the worst piece of god awful shit I've ever seen in my life.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was dog shit.
Did anybody see Morbius?
We want to.
We were
We
gonna.
haven't seen it yet.
Why? Don't give them your money.
I'm going to.
You
I'm
sent me
going
that
to.
TikTok and
I
just
watched the
laughed.
end
We
credit
actually-
scene and I went,
I think like the last.
There's
so
an
you
end
saw
credits
it,
to Morbius?
oh, yeah.
Oh, I
but you
can't
so
wait.
you saw it.
I didn't see the movie. I just
Okay.
watched the end credit scene.
How?
It's online.
No way.
Yeah. And it's dumb shit. And I'm just like,
Does
oh
it
my
lead
God.
into anything at all?
Has it gotten
It
any
leads
better
into
than,
like, it's just like, I don't know. It's just a massive
Okay.
swing
Okay.
that they will not follow up on and makes no
Has
sense.
it gotten
Right.
any better than or worse than 16% on Rotten Tomatoes?
I think
I
it's
haven't
floating
followed
around
it.
there.
16 for those who misheard me. 16%
So
bad.
on Rotten Tomatoes.
there are a few movie reviewers I trust their opinion. Like our lights tend to align, and all of them said horseshit.
Wow.
We all expected that.
Yep.
Yeah.
We all expect horse shit, which is why I want to go see it, so I can then have my day in the sun talking about it here. But
Ever since fucking Carnage, Let There Be a Red Man.
I don't trust Sony, and I posted this in the Alter Ego Instagram as well. I'll have to find it, but there is a record for all 4 movies that were made by Sony. They're all bad. Every single one of them. By the way, Army of the Dead won the Critics' Choice Award for Best Movie. I'm just saying. I mean, not a lot of people didn't like it. I liked it. I was just saying.
I mean, and there are some movies out there that a lot of people don't like, that a lot of people do like.
Yeah.
I have some of those myself, but this seems to be a general consensus where it's just like,
Oh, Morbius?
this is just bad.
Yeah. I can't seem to find it, but it's all for their Rotten Tomato scores. It's just literally Sony needs to be like, all right, you guys win.
It should have got cut off when somebody went, we should make a Morbius movie.
Hey,
And somebody in the background
that
should have
guy.
went, we should just stop now.
Yeah.
If that's where we're at,
Here
let's
it
just
is.
fucking stop.
Here it is. The highest rated one is The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I like, at 51%. Actually, I'm wrong.
It's not Amazing
The
Spider-Man
best
1?
one, I don't trust any of you, is Venom Let There Be Carnage.
Just go ahead and close that out.
yeah.
That's the best of what?
The Sony
This
movies.
is the 4 Sony movies made
Oh.
without Marvel's guidance. Morbius being at
Venom
16%.
was way better than that
Venom
one.
at 30, Venom Let There Be Carnage at 58, and Amazing Spider-Man 2 at 51.
You know who watched and made their votes on that? People who don't know who Carnage is.
Yeah.
People who don't know who Venom is.
And it's okay, but if you had no idea who Carnage was, no clue whatsoever, and you
Yeah.
walked into that movie, you're like, oh, so it's just like a
Yeah.
red Venom?
Yeah.
Like it's just the same thing but a different color?
So I'm
Right.
pretty sure
you
that
have
was
a lot of bad misconceived notions about Carnage if you watch that
so
movie alone.
what's likable about it? Like if it's just the same character but in a different color, who cares?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think that when we did either the Venom episode or the Let There Be Carnage episode, that's something that I said. If I didn't know, as somebody who didn't know Venom very well, when I saw that movie, I liked it because at the time I didn't know a whole lot about Venom until we did the symbiote episode, until we did all that stuff. So I think when I saw the Venom movie, I liked it more than you did. Carnage, it was just a complete waste because by then I knew so much. But the Venom movie, I was like, I actually really like that movie
Venom,
because
there
I
were
didn't
some
know.
things that I was like, okay.
Yeah, like it follows some of it now that I've know a little bit more about the symbiotes and stuff.
Moon Knight's giving me PTSD of Venom a little bit. I'm like, I'm not ready for another voice in the head.
At this point, I'm digging Moon Knight. It's not my favorite. Still, I think Loki is holding that
Yeah.
torch firmly.
Oh, yes.
Loki, I think, is the best thing they've done so far. WandaVision was the
WandaVision,
most
yeah.
unique. I love WandaVision. I love Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I love they're all different. And Moon Knight is carrying on that tradition of being very different. Hawkeye, very different. And this one, I'm just like,
Hawkeye was good.
pull it
I
together,
think
guys.
Hawkeye's my favorite.
I was gonna say, I think Loki and then Hawkeye is kind of where mine fall. Then WandaVision.
Yeah, and it's weird for me because y'all know Hawkeye's my favorite Avenger. I'd still got to go Loki.
Loki was
WandaVision,
so
and
like
then
aesthetically
Hawkeye.
pleasing too, though.
You know,
Like it wasn't just a great show with great story and so much depth. It was like beautiful.
shot very
It was
well.
shot very exactly. So it was like it just like naturally grabbed you because of the way that it looked.
Until you just said Loki, I totally forgot that they even did a whole series
How
on that.
dare you? Is Moon Knight the first Disney Plus original series that's a new character introduction?
Yeah.
Is everybody else an Avenger?
Agatha Harkness was a new one.
Yeah, but that hasn't been
Yeah, but that's not a
released
full
yet.
series.
Oh,
I'm saying
yes.
this is the first one that's
Yes.
like, here's a new character.
Here's
not
some-
like
here's the
here's
first one
somebody you
you've
love.
seen.
Yeah.
Right.
They have introduced new characters.
New characters,
yes,
but I mean like
correct,
main
yes.
character.
And like Miss Marvel, obviously,
Miss
or
Marvel.
Miss Marvel, yeah.
Because we're getting
so-
into like we got all of our
Ironheart.
original recipe
Yep.
Avengers. Now it's on to new character
And
introductions.
Moon Knight is not connected to anybody.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
there
like
have
it.
been some common areas that they've maybe been, but he's no other
Is he
Avengers
ever?
ever been to Cairo.
He's on a different
Is he
continent.
ever, or like, does it tie in? You think, or I guess
I'm-
we'll
for
find
sure,
out.
I'm
I'm
Ties in.
sure, yeah.
You don't do what's happened in episode 3 and not get the attention of literally everyone.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
No, you'll have to watch it. I
have to
didn't
watch
spoil
That's-
anything.
the
Yes.
rest of
Second
it.
half of it. Yeah.
The rest of the story.
Yeah, when you see the end, you'll know what we're talking about.
But it's good. I like the aesthetic. I like the way that he looks, and I like that Marvel was able to be like, you know what? We can do the whited out eyes for Moon Knight. It worked for Deadpool. It'll work for him.
I think he looks pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie.
It looks amazing.
Especially
Yeah,
when
that
he's
suit's
in
cool.
the hooded suit. When he's in like the moon suit, I'm
That's
like,
my favorite one.
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know
The
about
Max
that.
Moon suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Knight is the name of
Mr.
that.
Yes,
one, yeah.
I like it, but I think that he looks like Moon Knight to me, and he obviously looks more daunting that way. But it's like Moon Knight to me is the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I see him in the suit, I'm like, nah, you look weird.
This is I want to say more, but I think we'll save it for the Moon Knight episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seeing
Yeah,
as
yeah,
how
And it's not done yet, so
Yeah.
Right.
They
we
got
still got
3 more to go.
episodes.
Yep.
So in probably 4 or 5 weeks, we'll talk about it in a month
Yeah.
or so.
big time. So yeah, let's talk about it. What more are we expecting from Alter Ego going forward? Here's episode 100. I'm loving it. I'm loving that we're kind of having this conversation. I think I like the way things are going right now, guys. What news and doing some reviews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Anything that we want to see new and different?
who knew that we'd make it this far?
Nobody.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm so freaking proud of us for making it this far and having the ability to all be here and do this.
Well, I'm proud of you guys for making it this far.
okay.
We got a
You-
Facebook page or anything?
Yeah, Facebook
see.
page.
What?
God damn it, Ryan.
I don't know.
Are you serious?
Well, we never throw it out there.
Are you
so,
asking
know.
seriously?
I know
right
we
now?
have an alter ego.
Yes, we have a Facebook
Instagram.
page. Yes, we have an Instagram. I'm pretty sure there's even
Yeah.
a Twitter that never gets updated.
There is not a Twitter.
Oh, okay. We're not on the twit.
We're not Twitter.
I never go on Facebook, but then when I do log on, it's like somebody's like, "Hey man, I tagged you in the thing. Did you see it?" I go, "Oh no, let me open it up."
Yeah.
So I have to go to facebook.com on my phone and sign
You don't
in.
have a Facebook app on your phone?
Fuck Facebook, but whatever.
I gotta
I
agree.
am with you there.
So I logged in and it's like you have 85 new notifications and fucking 84 of them are alter ego. And I'm like, God damn it, I gotta look for this one picture somebody tagged
Wait a
me in.
minute. No. Alter Ego only tags you on
But I'm an admin on it.
Instagram. Oh,
So he gets all the things.
that's right.
That's funny.
I'm like, oh damn it, I gotta sift through this. Stop tagging me in things on Facebook.
That's interesting. Yeah, because we post news articles and stuff like that. Typically, what we're covering that week, we post it on the Facebook, on the Instagram.
Instagram, I feel like, is the easiest place to really get everything in one
Yeah.
place.
And we
though,
have some
so.
good engagement.
We do.
That's
gonna
why
say
we
they
have
should
84 new notifications.
Throw some stuff out to us. You know what I mean? Have the people out there.
Always. Yeah.
Yes.
Tag us in
Tell
things.
us what you want to talk about.
Yes, tag
hear
us and
talk about.
stuff.
Tell us why Mark is
Find
wrong.
something
What
that-
animes
No,
am
no,
I
no,
not
guys.
gonna watch?
Guys, help me out here. Find something Ryan's definitely not going to want to watch, and then just demand that we
I'm
all
not
watch
watching
it.
that. I'm not watching it.
But Ryan, the fans.
They're asking for
man.
it.
What is the one thing that you're like, I will never ever watch this? Do you have one of
Ooh.
those? Do we all have one of
I've
those?
already had some, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna do it for the people.
Yeah,
Doing
he
it for
has.
the people.
He
I
has.
think we all okay. Mine, Catwoman, the Halle Berry movie. I will never watch it.
We
I'll
watched
watch
Fantastic Four 80 or what was it, 84?
That thing was fucking great compared to what I
Compared
heard
to
about Catwoman.
I don't know if I've seen Catwoman. I think I have.
She's actually a Catwoman.
Yeah.
She
She's
drinks milk and licks herself. I'm like, fuck
does.
this. I'm out.
She does.
She
Bro,
does.
it's
So
Halle
I have seen it now that I remember.
Berry and leather. Very clappable.
Yeah, you-
Ryan's not listening to any of the dialogue, any
No.
of the story. He's literally just watching Halle Berry run across the TV, lick herself in a cat suit that's made of leather.
She licks
I mean, it's a
herself. He's
very
like,
specific
there.
want and need. So if you're looking for that,
I mean,
it's the
I
best movie
guarantee
for you.
that's what they were going for.
I got my bat suit on. I can be your Batman.
As
gonna
he's
get it in.
running
He's just sitting
on
there.
the rooftops.
just sitting there with a bowl of Cheetos going, here, kitty.
Oh my god!
Here, kitty. Abby's like, the fuck are you
Did you say
doing?
something? Nope.
He's looking at the TV going, "Psst, psst, psst."
Babe, can you get the catnip?
Wow.
Babe, what do you think about cats? What?
I don't know
Nothing.
if there's anything
I'm
that I
never
would
asking him
literally not be willing to watch.
There's got to be something where you're just like, this ain't worth.
I want to say Peacemaker, but as soon as Ryan was like, "I loved it," I was like, "Fuck!" Now I gotta
Well,
watch
no,
it.
One
actually-
time.
Did you like?
The one time.
Did you like the James Gunn Suicide Squad show at all?
Yeah, I
Or
didn't.
a
I didn't
movie at
mind
all?
it. The problem was
I
that
liked
it's
it.
not. So these are the type of shows that I'm generally not going to sit down and watch by myself. So he started watching it without me, and by the time I noticed, it was
my
too
fault.
fucking late. Like I'm not gonna. Usually, I'm not gonna just sit down and watch, and not because I don't like it, but it's like when I get time to watch shit that I want to watch, I watch girly shit that he doesn't want to watch.
Yeah.
So it's like those are things that we generally watch together. And he started watching it. And I was like, oh well, I'm off this train. So now I'm like, am I gonna spend fucking 12 hours watching this shit by myself? Probably not.
I'll watch it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was
See,
something
That
recently.
that's a show I went like. I don't really watch a lot of stuff now, but if I did, I would watch that again.
Vigilante has instantly become my favorite
my
DC
God,
property.
fantastic! Like, do something with this man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Crazy
have
thing.
You guys have lightning in a bottle with Vigilante. Do
So-
something with it.
Similar to the original Back to the Future movie, that was played by a different actor for the first 2 episodes,
Really?
and they recast him because they're like, this guy's fucking perfect. So there are like mystery reels out there somewhere with a different actor playing Vigilante.
No way.
But I see why
Me
they
too.
switched. Have you ever seen the original footage of Back to the Future with the other guy?
The other guy playing who? His dad?
Marty McFly.
Crispin Glover? No.
Yeah, there's a different act. Oh, it's Eric. No,
That's so
Eric
terrible.
Stoltz, I think his name is.
How would you feel to be cast as Marty McFly and then get replaced?
Yeah,
And then here comes this icon of a movie series, and you're just
And
sitting there
I
like,
just
I was cast.
booted you. Let me double check the name.
I was
think it's
supposed
Eric
to be
Stoltz.
Marty McFly. Oh my gosh. Things I wouldn't watch. I
I know I
listen,
have them.
Listen. I love you. You are my favorite person. I'm not watching Bridgerton or whatever it is.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
talking to
sure.
me, not like Mark
Yeah,
or
my
Ryan.
wife
You know,
watches
leave
all
it-
that stuff.
leave
I
I'm
would
like,
something
see
to the
that's what I'm
imagination.
saying is like I get limited time. I mean, we're busy fucking people, so
We
it's like
are.
I get limited time to watch that shit that I know he's not gonna like.
You got kids and shit. Like,
Right.
you
So that's
only
when
enough time.
that is when I watch that shit. I don't just sit down and watch things like Peacemaker.
Right,
It's not because I'm not interested. It's because that's us stuff, me stuff. I get limited time.
Yep.
I
I
watch
can't
me
wait
stuff.
for you to eat your words when you come back and say Peacemaker is your favorite
Oh,
DC
I'm
show.
sure it will happen.
There's a
being
picture of
I almost did that with Vox Machina.
Christopher Lloyd and
But
the
I
other
love
guy.
it.
Yeah.
Like,
And
that's-
the other guy.
and the Eric Stoltz.
Wow.
wow.
Ugh.
Yeah, because there's something else recently that I started to watch, and I was like, I'm not watching this. I can't. Like, not even that I didn't want to. I was like, I don't think I can get through this.
And then you started it.
I remember. I was going to ask you. We were talking about Taika. Did you watch Our Flag Means Death?
No, I want to. It's on
It's
HBO.
very good,
But
yeah.
I've heard it's funny.
It's got vibes of your favorite show. So
What We Do in the Shadows.
yeah,
Yes.
it's very similar. It's What We Do in the Shadows, but pirates.
Okay. Well,
What We Do in the Shadows is a problem. That
And the-
show is too funny.
I know. There's just I'm gonna work my way. I watched all season 1. I need to go back and watch the rest of the seasons.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of like Game of Thrones alumni in that show, and it's a big budget too.
Oh wow. Oh, it's
It's
an HBO show, right?
Yeah, it's a big budget for a comedy. It's like,
Wow.
oh my god.
Well, they got Taika and said,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Yeah.
And that Australian guy who's the lead, he's in a lot of stuff.
He was in What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, right?
And he's very funny. Yeah.
He's very funny in this
Yeah.
show. I can't recommend it enough. It was my
our flag
go-to.
means death. How many episodes is in it?
10, and they're like 40 something minutes, so
Oh,
it's not
wow.
bad.
Wow.
So it's not a huge commitment.
Interesting. And Taika plays Blackbeard.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I thought so.
Fucking New Zealand, Australian Blackbeard.
I did not really like him too much in Free Guy, but I didn't have to like him in Free Guy because it was all, like you said,
yeah,
Ryan
he's supposed
Reynolds.
to be a dipshit. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but him as Blackbeard is a good time.
I wonder when we see Korg again.
Oh, I love Cord.
Me too.
This my friend
Now, I hated Korg in the beginning because I had an expectation of what Korg should be. And then after watching him more and more and then
See-
seeing him with Deadpool,
Yeah, I didn't read a lot of Thor stuff. I never have. So
Yeah.
Cord was never in my,
sure.
I never had a vision or a voice for him.
He's in a Hulk versus movie.
Ah,
And it is kind of done off of Planet Hulk,
yes.
but it's actually no, it is Planet Hulk. He's in Planet Hulk, not Hulk versus.
Okay.
And in Planet Hulk, he's got this very deep voice. He's very honor bound and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Not like my wife, Sarah, my mum's boyfriend started a rebellion.
Not enough flyers.
Yeah, not enough flyers, so not enough people showed up. I'm called me rocks, obviously.
That's a good Cord.
that's a really good chord.
That's a good Cord.
Yeah. So yeah, that's this is great, man. I'm so excited. We're gonna have. We were supposed to have Mark from Movies, Films, and Flicks, and Justin was around. They wanted to show up, but I was like, this is a good right here. Let's have the four of us that have been here. Mark is definitely coming back. Mark hopefully comes back, the cyborg. And Justin is around for a limited time. We'll see if
Did he
can
move
make
back
it.
again?
He did. He
Yeah, but
moved
he's
back.
only here for like a month.
For a
so
month.
We've probably got like a week or two
He's
left.
the
of him.
youngest snowbird I've ever met in
He
my
really,
entire life.
really is.
We might need to get him in next episode because he might be gone for another 3 years.
He wanted to actually
Should've fought
do
to the death.
character bio. You and him.
Yeah.
There can only be one.
He wanted to do
Highlander.
one.
Highlander style? Oh, I'm about it.
That's what I'll watch. I'll watch a Highlander.
Me too.
Isn't Highlander getting rebooted with Henry Cavill?
That's what I
I
heard.
think
hope
so.
so.
Which sounds pretty good.
And we might get another Predator movie this year.
Oh my god.
I'm
Is it going to
in.
be good?
It's called Prey. I'm waiting to see a trailer.
I still haven't watched Predators. Whatever
Really?
the newest one is. The Shane Black one. I didn't see it.
Oh wait, is that the one?
The newest one.
Okay.
The
I
one
don't
where
know
you
how
went,
feel about that.
pretty good.
It's pretty good.
All right. I'll
It's
leave
good.
it. I'll leave it be.
Pretty good and great are very different things.
The loonies were fun in that one, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for us here. Episode 100 of the Alter Ego Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been your host, Jack Austin. With me, the Cyborg.
Hello.
Ryan, here as always.
I believe the cool kids call it 100.
100.
And my Temptress is here as well.
Of course,
I
the
love you
Enchantress
so
herself.
Thanks so much
You
for
guys are
checking
girls,
it
get a
out,
room.
guys. We will be back very soon with another episode.
How great would it be if
Are
we
Oh,
you
just
sure?
ended at 100 and we never do another episode?
How great would that be?
We just ended here,
The
leaving
greatest.
the hype on the high.
In like next week's our biggest download numbers ever.
And then we're like, oh, you know
No
what? Bye.
upset. Psych. Episode 101. Psych.
We should do 101 Dalmatians for the next one.
I was just thinking that, and then I thought
that
Let's
was
do
sorry.
Cruella.
Yuck.
Crickets. No, don't change it. Don't change the music.
That is a movie I'll never watch. Cruella. Ain't gonna happen.
Pretty good movie.
It was okay. I watched it for free. See you at episode 200.
Let's go.